Jai Gurudev, dear students, children, welcome again in this EVS class. And we have already started our next chapter, that is life cycle of a plant. So, children, let's proceed with that chapter. In the last video and last class, I have explained you about the main two systems of plant body, which are root system and shoot system. And children, under root system, I have shown you in the last class about a plant, and I shown you different parts of that plant also. Means the part of a plant which is under the ground, that is called root system. Means root system have roots and along with root hair. Okay, and if we talk about the shoot system always present above the ground. Means it is the main green part or standing part of the plant. And under this shoot system also, it contains many parts. So under this shoot system, today we will study about its various parts. First part is called stem, and second part is called leaves. Okay, and third part is called flowers, and fourth part is called fruits. So children, you can see these all the parts in all the plants. Means most of the plants have these all the parts. And stem, leaves, flowers, fruits, and even floral buds, leaf buds, these all are also present under this a single system which is called shoot system. Okay. So children, about these all the parts, let's we read the chapter also, because these all the parts are important. And in the next classes also, you will, in the higher classes, you will study about all these parts in more detail. So it is important to read the chapter. So let's read the chapter, and side by side I'll explain you about all these parts. And before reading, I want to show you that last time I shown you natural means a real plant, but here again I'll revise that this is a ground level, and I want to draw these all the parts so that you can understand that about what we are talking here. Okay, so this is roots. These all are roots, and they are so much branched to absorb water and minerals. And above the ground, this part is called stem. So here I am labeling so that you can understand then which part are these. And children, from the stem part, many branches can come out, and from these all the branches, leaves can be present like this. Okay. These are the leaves, and in the same way, you can make leaves here also in these branches. So, and it has like this design inside them, and these are leaves. So, I label in this way. These are leaves. Now flowers are also present here. Suppose here I'll make flower in this way. Okay, it can be colorful, so I'll color also. Suppose it is a pink flower, so I'll make pink color here. Okay, and this is called flower. And after flower, when flower mature, from the flower fruit can develop. Okay, and from the flowers fruit can develop. Suppose here previously flower was there, so from this flower fruit, suppose these kind of any fruit can develop from these flowers. So this is a fruit and this is a flower. So children, this much part is called a shoot system. Okay, so shoot system means these all the parts are coming under the shoot system. And after this we will read one by one about all these parts, and then I'll explain you from your book. Okay, so let's read. Yes children, now different parts of a plant. First part is root. I told you that the part of a plant below the ground is the root. The stem carries water and minerals to the different parts of the plant. Where does this water comes from? This water is absorbed from the soil by the roots. Next part is stem. So here children, what they explained, that in root system or in the roots which is present under the ground, see here in the diagram also you can see easily, this is these all are the roots, and these roots can present under the ground, means inside the soil, under the soil, and from there they absorb water and minerals from the soil. Okay, so water, here they ask about one question, that where does this water come from, means water and minerals from where this root absorbs. So answer is the water is absorbed from the soil, means water which is present in the soil. Soil has also capacity to store water, some amount of water, and that water can easily absorbed by the roots. So children, next is stem. So the part of the plant above the ground, branches and leaves, is called the stem. Means that part which is present above the ground and which gives branches and leaves also, that part is called stem part. And the stem keeps the plant straight and performs other important functions. Means what are the other important functions? Main function is to provide, to bear branches and leaves from the stem, and other function other than stem also keep the plant straight, but other than this also stem perform various functions. What are these various functions, children? As you know that this water and minerals are absorbed by the roots, and that water and minerals are transported through the stem part. This is the stem of this plant. So this water is transported, water and minerals transported from the roots to the upper all the parts by this stem only. Okay, and from this stem all the branches also get water and minerals. And other than this, stem can also transport food. Means food is prepared in these leaves, which we will study later. And when these leaves prepare food, food is transported from these leaves through the stem to various parts of the plant above and below. Means in the roots also food is required by the roots. So roots also get food from the stem part, which already absorbed, means already received food from the leaf part. Okay, so children, third part is leaves. Have you ever wondered what gives a plant its green color? Children, anytime have you thought that why plants are green? So you know that plants are green because of a green structure which are called leaves. Okay, and because of these leaves plants are green in color. And why this green color is there in leaves? So let's see here. A leaf is usually green in color. Leaves are flat in shape, and this flat portion is known as lamina or leaf blade. So first question, I'll give you answer of first question, that why leaves are green in color. Children, inside the leaves one chemical is present which is called chlorophyll. Okay, that is a pigment. Pigment means any chemical which is providing color to that particular part, that is called pigment. And chlorophyll pigment is present in the leaves which provide green color to the leaves, and because of leaves plants are green in color. Okay, and here they have given about the lamina. Means what is lamina? I'll show you a natural leaf, then I'll show you its lamina. Children, this is the leaf. It's a very big leaf, and see in this leaf you can see this main part, green part, which is present full, means this flat part which is present here. This full green flat part of the leaf is called its lamina, leaf lamina or leaf blade. Okay, so here they have written about the lamina or leaf blade, that lamina or leaf blade is a flat portion of a leaf. Just like here also you can see these are the leaves. So this flat part which is present here, green part, this full is coming under the lamina or leaf blade. Here also you can see this flat part of the leaf full, this is called leaf lamina or leaf blade. Okay, so let's read the next part. Flower. Flowers are the most beautiful parts of a plant. The flower attracts insects like bees and butterflies. You know, children, flowers are the very important and beautiful part of the plant. Because of some beautiful flowers, plants also look so attractive. Okay, because of some beautiful flowers we can grow some of the plants because of their beautiful flowers only. Okay, decorative plants. which we grow in our home, just like rose or dahlia. Because of these flowers we grow these plants, even marigold. Okay, and these flowers are, why these are so attractive? To attract insects like butterflies or bees. For what they are attracting the insects? For the process of pollination. Children, in class 4 I have explained you and I have taught you about the pollination also. Means bees or butterflies when sit on any part of on the parts of flower, they transfer pollen grains from one flower to another. So that process is called pollination. So flowers are beautiful and attractive because of their, means they perform an important function like pollination. Okay, so that they can attract the bees or other insects. And some of the flowers, children, you know, they provide very sweet smell, and because of that smell also some flowers attract the insects. Okay, and next is our fifth, which is fruit. Some plants have fruits. Fruits contain seeds. Children, many plants have fruits also. You know, when flowers mature, after the maturation of flower, fruits will develop, and when fruits will develop, inside the fruits you can see means most of the fruits contain seeds inside them. Okay, so seeds, or we can say fruits, are the main important parts through which they produce seeds, and seeds are the main parts which are important to complete the life cycle of a plant. Means again we can grow the seeds, we can put the seeds in the soil, and new plants can grow from these seeds. Okay children, so next our topic is, how do plants prepare food? Children, you know that plants always prepare food with the help of their leaves. Leaves are the only parts which can prepare their food. But how they prepare food, that you have studied in your previous class. So this is just to revise again. Let's see. Plants don't have any cook to prepare food for them. Like your mother cooks food for you, but here plants don't have any kind of cook which provide or cook food for them. That's why they prepare food for themselves. Okay, so they prepare their food themselves. Photosynthesis is the process of making food by plants. Children, about photosynthesis also I think you have studied in last class or in the previous class, class 4, about the photosynthesis. This is the process by which plants can prepare their food. Okay, so how they prepare food? The essential ingredients in making this food are sunlight, the chlorophyll that is present in green plants, water and carbon dioxide in the air. So therefore we see that sunlight is essential for the survival and growth of all plants. Though Plants need fresh air, water and nutrients to grow. Sunlight plays the important role in preparing their nutrition, and leaves do this process of photosynthesis. Okay, so children, what they explained in this paragraph, let's see through the diagram, and I'll explain you through the diagram that how leaves can prepare their food for themselves. Okay, so let's see the diagram, and with the help of diagram you can understand better. Now children, see through this diagram which is given in your book. You can see here is a plant and these are the roots of the plant. And children, when the process of photosynthesis takes place, means during the food preparation, what plant does? These roots absorb water which is present in the soil. You know that soil hold water molecules during the rainy season, or we can say when from any source soil can get water and hold inside it. And these water molecules which are present in the soil, they are easily absorbed by the roots through their root hairs. Okay, and when water is absorbed from these roots, and these leaves have small pores which are called stomata, and through those small pores plants or leaves can take in carbon dioxide from the air. Okay, carbon dioxide is a gas which is present in the air, and it is going through the stomata in the leaves. Okay, and from sunlight also, they absorb sunlight with the help of green color pigment, that is chlorophyll. And you know children, now three things are mainly required for photosynthesis or for making food. What are these three? Water, carbon dioxide and sunlight. So from where they get water? From soil they get water through their roots, and from air they get carbon dioxide through their leaves, and sunlight is also absorbed by the chlorophyll in the leaves. And with these three things plants can prepare their food in the form of starch. Okay, and they store in the form of starch, which is also a kind of sugar, and this is stored in the plants in the form of food, and that's why this process, full process, is called as photosynthesis. Okay, here they written below the diagram, this is photosynthesis. So this process, full process which is going on here, this is called photosynthesis, and in this process only one thing is coming out through means from the leaf part of the plant. When photosynthesis takes place, plants release oxygen. You can see here arrows, they now made inverted arrows, means this oxygen is going out from the leaves. So oxygen is removed from the plants through the stomata, means small tiny pores which are present on the leaves. Through those pores this oxygen comes out from the plants. Okay, so this oxygen is very important for us children. You know, we all are using oxygen while breathing. Okay, and for breathing, every animal need oxygen. So that oxygen from where we are getting? From the plants. Plants gives us oxygen when they prepare their food with the process of photosynthesis. Okay, children. So these all are the things means about the photosynthesis we have learnt today, and next time we will learn the next part. So you have to draw this diagram in your EVS notebook. Okay, on the white page. If you have practical copy, you can draw it on the white page. If you don't have practical copy, don't worry, you draw on the lining page also. Okay, but this diagram is very important, and draw it in your EVS copy on the first page. Okay, so Jai Gurudev.